Ooh, what's good, y'all? West Coast Arbs here with another live stream. Damn, my beard is getting long. Need a haircut. Got good amount of action today. I think it's just NBA really. Um, so we'll check out the sharp money tool. Probably see if we can sneak some arbs in. Hit all the DFS promos and see what kind of bets we could get down. Um, yeah, it looks like a good amount of NBA games today. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything or just want to chat, feel free to throw anything in the X or YouTube chats. I'll go through it as we go along. If you guys have any questions about like how I'm betting in Cali with like limited sportsbook access, how I'm doing like plus EV, sharp money stuff, feel free to throw it in here. But we'll get started. Haven't really bet much today. As you could see, don't really have many plays on the board, so looking to get as much action in right now. I have been doing a lot of live betting, so I still look for like more live bets while the games are happening, but I like to sneak in some pregame action while we can. We got a lot of DFS promos. I think we did okay on them yesterday. We did get hooked on ton of pick six plays, but we did get hooked on one of the pick six plays yesterday. Yeah, we hit on one of them, and then the promo, I believe, got hooked by 1 points, rebounds, assists. So we'll see if we can get our get back today. Yeah, ton of discounts. Jokic is back. That's cool. I don't know if I want to play his discount like the day he gets back. These are all right discounts. 2 to 3 points. Bro, like how could you even give like a discount like this and he hasn't cleared this line in 5 games? Definitely not playing this Derek White one. We'll take a closer look. Unless like anyone has any of these discounts they like in particular and wants to just make it easy for me instead of me looking through them. But we'll see what we could do here. Super Bowl free square. UFC boost. What's good, Jordan? How you doing this month, bro? 2 more days this month. We got UFC tomorrow too. Hoping to close out strong. Okay, so I see a better play on the sharp money tool, so maybe we could just go ahead and start with better. Only 1 discount on better again. That's annoying. Did Cade clear his line yesterday? Dude, wasn't there a Cade discount here? So Zion, points, rebounds, assists, discount. Volk, 1 takedown. So if he gets 2, this line will clear. I think I like this Donovan Mitchell play a little bit better. Yeah, I think I like the Volk play solid. We only need 1 play really. This parlay. The Jock Landale play off the sharp money tool. Looks like we could use it on pick 6 too, so maybe I'll save it for pick 6 and then go off the optimizer here for better. What is this? All right, Better has some other promos. I'll check them out after. But let's lock this one in. Zion discount. I'll go Volk. Volkanovski over 1 takedown. And Donovan Mitchell under 36.5 points and rebounds. Point off of most books. DraftKings, it could be better value. But point off of FanDuel and Fliff more so. Run it for the max on the promos. Been a rough month. Starting February, I'm back to 100% arbing. I did a lot of EV and variance kick my ass. I feel it. Took today and tomorrow off. Was getting burnt out. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Honestly, like, the way I like to do things is try to still arb a lot. And then if you see a play that's like, you know, something that like has more potential as an EV play, you know, do the EV there. I think it's good to like mix in all the strategies together if you can. But obviously arbitrage with the risk-free profits is nice. Can never go wrong with that. Sharing the links to these better plays. Where are we here? All right, links are shared. We'll see what this is about at 25k free play. I think it's just like a pick, like just a free challenge, so everyone could probably do this. Jersey number of first touchdown scorer, length of shortest touchdown, orange or blue Gatorade. Might as well just clear this right now before I forget. I usually like forget. Actually, we'll look into it more because stuff like National Anthem, I've definitely hit on that in the past. So I'll give that a second later. We still got like a week plus till the Super Bowl. But let's see if Sharp Money Tool got anything. Okay, this looks interesting here. Who are these guys? The limits look good here. Is this like an undercard guy? I'm considering taking this play on Bet Online as a sharp money play right now. Just doing a little digging. It looks like it's plus EV to the market on Bet Online, and we're getting decent cross market value. The liquidity is on -1 or plus 189 is what the sharp money is looking for. We would be getting plus 197. Who's this guy? Con Ofley. It might be an undercard. Yeah, prelim. Prelim, 7.5K on a prelim. I think we got to take that. Last week, I think I went 2-0 or 2-1 on UFC plays off the sharp money tool. So I'm gonna take this. This lines up with kind of the type of plays I like to take. Yeah, plus 197 is still available. It's a plus money play. So I'll just go 30. All right, locked in a sharp money play for tomorrow's UFC. Just $30 for now. Honestly, like, I'll do a little bit more digging afterwards, and if it kind of seems like a decent play, I might size up. But at a plus 197, $30 seems all right for me. If anyone else is tailing, let me know. We can root for this together tomorrow. And we could go to That Jock Landale play looks good on Bet 105 as a straight, but I think I just want to take it on... Oh, did it go away? It may have went away. Let's see. Jock Landale. It was 8.5 rebounds. Still available on pick 6, so we'll take it. Yeah, I got you, Jordan. But we'll go with this on pick 6. It just went away on the Sharp Money tool, but we were staring at it for like literally since the start of the stream, so I think we'll be okay. Dillon Brooks over 27.5 points, rebounds, assists. Looks really good. And then we'll take it with a discount, of course. Okay, so Dillon Brooks is discounted. Dillon Brooks, whenever I see like a discount and then the players show up on the optimizer like this, it makes me just want to take the discount and then take another play. So let's see if that can be applicable here. We'll filter for just NBA. Because, you know, it's already showing up as EV on the over for his stats. And if we could get a discount on the already EV play, that's just more EV. So try to target that. See, like the Derek White discount moved. Now it's only a 1-point discount. That's just horrible. But his line is showing up as... Okay, maybe because it shifted. I'm not playing that, though. I don't see anyone else here for discount. Oh, Jamal Murray. The discount is for Jokic, though. All right, so we'll just go with an optimizer play. We could go with Podziemski over 11.5 points. Most of the market's at 12.5, but the books at 11.5 favor his over 11.5. So we'll take that. Pods over. Lock in this discount. Pretty sure it's 10 max. Yep, 10 max. Share the link and get to your question here, Jordan. Oops. All right, links are shared. So promo churning, where's your exact question? Can you go over promo churning and kind of your process behind it when you get a free moment? Yeah, so promo churning, basically like, you know, a bunch of sports books give out free money in the form of promotions, and they could be like redeposit, like new user sign up bonuses, redeposit bonuses. Say you lose your money in a sports book, they'll like give you a redeposit bonus, things like that. And the strategy that people use is that like we lose out of those books that give the promos. Where do I start? Like I could talk about this a lot. Like honestly, like the sportsbook econ guys, sportsbook economy page, they, you know, do this full time, like the promo churning stuff. They're definitely more well versed in it than me. But basically, like, do you do those even if there's a rollover? Yes, even if there's a rollover. So I'll give you an example. Right now, I'm using like XBet, for example. XBet, I don't think the odds are scraped on OddsJam, but basically when you sign up, say you deposit like $500, they'll match your $500 with like an additional, I don't know, $250 in free bets. You just convert that, and then that money you deposited will have a rollover, right? So you'll have to play through it. Maybe say it's usually like 10x times. So if you deposited 500, you'll have to play through that money like $5,000 worth, right? So most of the time, like, people are like, oh, I gotta like actually wager this $5,000, you know, X amount of times or whatever. But if you lose all the money safely into like a book you can withdraw safely out of, then the rollover won't even matter. And then once you lose out of the book, say I lose all my money out of XBet and into Novig where I can withdraw safely, then I can redeposit into XBet and they will give me more money on a redeposit bonus. So you just keep collecting those promos, churning through those promos pretty much. Because typically I don't because of rollover. Yeah, I don't let the rollover scare me at all. Like, my goal is to lose out of the book. So I'll use the low hold tool, right? And just like try to low hold out and stuff like that. I know a lot of people like to take plays from like people. Like, there's a couple like cappers out there who do okay, but you know, they'll like try to take their plays and use those to low hold. But when, you know, one of those guys goes cold, say like they have a cold stretch of like a couple days, you might get screwed and have like, you know, a ton of money in a book with a fat rollover, and then have like that money stuck in there because of that rollover. And then, you know, just things like that could happen. I've just found like the just strictly using the low hold tool is like more reliable for me. Like, the OddsJam low hold tool to be exact. So I'm trying to think of a book. We'll say like Bet Anything. I just lost out of this too. You know, I'll just use the low hold tool and the variance works itself out versus me having to like tail a capper or something like that. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it real quick. Obviously it gets more in depth once you know, start using a shit ton of books and things like that. But yeah, the sportsbook econ guys, like I'm in that group, and you know, they do it really well. So, you know, reach out to the sportsbook econ guys. They're you know, always willing to help out. And honestly, like, joining their group and like just learning from them directly helped out a lot. So, you know, yeah. What's the Bane points line? Can't see it clearly enough. Where's Bane? We didn't take Bane. Did we take Bane? We didn't take Bane anywhere. Are you talking about this one, 19.5? Is it really that blurry still? Kind of is blurry. I'll try to figure out the blurriness, but yeah, it's under 19.5 for Desmond Bane. Let's see if we can get more plays on pick 6, or let's see what we could do here. We took Jock on, yeah, okay, so this went away and then it popped back up. Jock Landale. We took this guy. People are probably arbing it. That's why the liquidity's gone lower. Dylan Brooks under points, rebounds, assists. Not a lot of liquidity though. We'll try to see if we could squeeze one more. Nah, I want to get this Will Richard play in if it's still available. It might have gone. It might be gone, but... Will Richard under 11. Yeah, that's gone. That's already bumped. Where are we? Yeah. So... Oh, we'll turn that on. So now that I'm in a state with limited sportsbook access, and I'm talking like super limited sportsbook access, probably one of the worst states if I'm gonna be honest, I've been leaning more into like prop builder off the Sharp Money tool. So Yeah, I like to look at these prop builder plays. I'll take stuff if we're like really beating the Pinnacle line, the FanDuel line. It doesn't really beat the Pinnacle line here. I just want it to be like a little EV as well as having that sharp money, just like double confluence there. This one doesn't meet that criteria. I did take a play earlier today. I forgot what it was. That was pretty plus EV. This one might fit a little bit better, but not a ton of liquidity again. We do beat the FanDuel and DraftKings, and even like, you know, Novig and ProfitX are pretty sharp too. We're beating all these lines. Should we do it? Should we take this? Or should we take it on Prize Picks? I might take it on Prize Picks. We'll jump to Prize Picks. We'll get a Prize Picks play. Ooh, Skylar Diggins. 4 points off? Which one is sharp here, though? Which one is sharp? Maybe we can make like a middle slip if we have like a couple plays like this where FanDuel and Prize Picks are 4 picks off. It's really mainly these 3 plays. So let's, oh no, this one's not on Underdog, huh? No, so we could go Skylar. So there's a 40% flex payout boost, but I'm gonna make a middle slip right here. This looks good if the value's still there. I can't ignore this 4-point middle here. I don't even know. Unrivaled. Where are we with Unrivaled? Skylar Diggins. Damn, yeah, 20.5. They're fucking up here. Someone is very wrong here. Hopefully both are slightly wrong and we could get like that nice 4-point middle here. 3-point middle? 4-point middle. Then we'll go with this esports play. Let me speed this up before anything gets bumped. Xun, that's how I'm gonna pronounce his name, Xun. League of Legends, over 6.5 kills on Prize Picks, and then on Underdog, we'll go, oops. My brain doesn't work during streams, bro, I swear. Under 7.5, and then do we have another middle somewhere? This one's just a half. We'll see if we could get anything better. I think I saw Jackie Young, we got a 1-point middle. Let's try that. Jackie Young, over 16.5 on Underdog. That'll complete the slip there. And then on Prize Picks, we want Jackie Young under 17.5. Yep, that looks good. So all middles. Let's hope for the best. I've hit on these before. It's really nice to get these. Running it for my max here. And my max on Underdog is like $50 total per day, but I'll just match the payouts. Ideally, I'd want to put more money on this, but you know, you can only do so much with limits. I'll share the links to the Underdog play, but Prize Picks, I don't have links. So you'll have to manually copy that one. That looks better there. All right, that's a good one. That's a nice little play we could try to root for. I like that one a lot. It's a fun one. Anything else for prize picks? It looks like there's a lot of value here. Oh, damn. If I waited like 5 seconds, Marina Mabrey, a 3-point middle. She's on the same team though, so it would have been a payout nerf. Damn, that's crazy right there. I might have to do another middle slip, but let me use this 40% promo first. Okay, so when I see like lines like this now, I know that, you know, I have more confidence that Prize Picks is off on a line like this, because here Underdog and Fliff have this line at 25.5, and Prize Picks is the one that's wrong. So, you know, we could have more confidence that Prize Picks is the side that's off. So in this case, I'm gonna add this one to the slip. Where are we? So hard to navigate, man. All right, Lamar Wilkerson, under 26.5 points, rebounds, assists. I don't really play these combo markets. Vince Williams. Market here is kind of wonky. We got 4.5, 3.5. Combo. Jamal Murray. Okay, this looks like it's definitely a point off. We'll try to get a 5 or 6 picks in. Jamal Murray under 34.5 points, rebounds, assists. Yeah, his under points, rebounds is showing up as well, so definitely works here. Prop Builder. Will Richard. Prop Builder has his line at 9.5. Fliff at 10.5. I think we saw him on Underdog off the Sharp Money tool earlier at 11.5, and then he got bumped. Looks like BetMGM is super stale, but they're like not a good source of info for props in my opinion. I don't want to take this just because the line earlier was at 11.5 on Underdog, and I don't want to get like a worse line, so we'll skip that one. Already played Jock Landell. Okay, Karl Anthony Towns over 1 block. Pretty good EV against PB, DraftKings. Yeah, we'll play this for sure. Karl. Towns. All right. Well, over 1 block for Towns. Oh my goodness, bro. Am I blind? Okay. Over 1 block. You guys have to manually build this out. I can't share the links here, so might be best to do this with me at the same time. We'll go quickly over 16.5 points. This was in consideration as a straight on Prop Builder. I mean, this looks pretty good against FanDuel. And it has $1,000 worth, so over 16.5 points. Yeah, I think I like that. 1 to 2 more plays here. Check the optimizer again. Denny. Oh yeah, this is gonna get bumped. Denny of Deja. Dude, come on. Under 5.5 assists. FanDuel's at -205. Prop Build is a -149. This is gonna get bumped. We'll lock this in. And we'll go DeAndre Hunter over 16.5 points, rebounds, assists to make this a nice little 6-man. Bro, come on, please don't do this to me. I don't want anything to get bumped because I like all these plays right now. All right, DeAndre Hunter bumped. Tempted to just lock the... Okay, no. Sam Merrill. Let's go. Sam Merrill, bro, please. Is it just my app that's tripping? Is this happening for anyone else? Sam Merrill, under 14.5 points rebounds. Yeah, full point off of whole market. And, okay, Denny got bumped. Me, bro. Really like this Denny play. Yeah, we don't want that anymore. 5 to 5.5. Fuck. We'll check out his rebounds, assists. If that one's not bumped, we'll check out these two Denny plays. If they're also bumped, I'm just going to lock this in as a 5-man. Please don't be bumped. 12 points. Okay. We got his points, rebounds, assists. Still open. Locking this in. No bumps. No bumps. Fuck. You know what? Lamar Wilkerson got bumped. Lamar Wilkerson got bumped. Ugh, damn, bro. I think I'm just gonna run it just because I don't want to like go through the trouble of like canceling and then, you know, having to use my promo again. But if you guys are doing this manually, take out the Lamar Wilkerson play. It got bumped, so you don't want to play that one. I'm just gonna ride. We'll see what happens. Limited anyways. Going back to the chats here. Pretty blurry. Hey, what's good, Mark? Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, pretty blurry. You didn't. I was looking at it. Yeah, it was 19.5 there. Sorry if it's blurry. What are the top 2 to 3 plays you ripped off? For what? Ripped off for what? Which one, Eric? Are you talking about an app or something specifically, or... What's good, Savior Smokes? I don't know if I've seen you in here. Good to see you. Appreciate you tuning in. Actually, I think I have. I think I've seen you in here. All right, you want pick 6 though? Let's get some pick 6. There's a ton of promos here. Ton of promos. The nice thing about being back in Cali is I have pretty much all the DFS apps. I just don't have much sports books. So Sharp Money Tool still does its thing for me, but I do miss my sports books. I think it's like, you know, if you have all the sports books, you don't have all the DFS apps. If you don't have many DFS apps, you know, you probably have all the sports books. So in a perfect world, we could all have it all, but let's just go on with this pick 6. So the first one we ran for pick 6 was Pajemski, Landale, Dylan Brooks. And it was a 3-man. So we can't run a 3-man again. Does anyone have a promo to play that they like? Or should I try to pick something? 4 points for Donovan Mitchell. 4 points is pretty appealing. For female hoops. Oh, what are the top 2 to 3 plays for female hoops? They may have. Oh no, Marina. Okay, they're bumping the lines on those women's hoops plays. The Skylar Diggins one is gone, and it seems like Marina Mabry adjusted. Jackie Young still got a nice middle. I just can't tell which line is the line that's off. That's why I played both sides. But for that other one, we had two books that had, for the Lamar Wilkerson one, there were two books that had one line, one book was off. So that one book was the one that I assume was off. Yo, what's good, Adam? Good to see you, bro. Killing it with Kalshi, dog. Killing it with Kalshi. Kalshi, go. Those pick six discounts be cheese. I think that's cheap. What is that, a trap? I think that's a trap, actually. Trap, I swear. Yeah, but I mean, it's Evie at the end of the day. I just try to pick the ones that, like, to me have the best value. Obviously, this Derek White one that we saw earlier, where Derek White 1 point, not gonna play that. But like a Keontae George 3 points, playing a Brooklyn team who sucks. Coming off 2 games where he didn't even clear this line, little bounce back game. I'll take this off the narrative. And I'll probably take the Donovan Mitchell one too, but let's see what we could do with this Keontae George one first. Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll take 8. Damn, he's on the same team though. All right, we'll go, I take it back. We'll go Donovan Mitchell for the first one just because I want to take this Ace Bailey discount. Over 19.5 points and rebounds for Ace Bailey. Point off of most books. Minus 138 at FanDuel favors the over here. I think we could go... I think we could go 4 picks here, possibly 5. Let's see. So Saddiq Bey over the 24.5 points, rebounds, assists looks good for the same reason as the previous play. Pick 6 moves fast, so I'm just gonna lock these in. Saddiq Bey over 24.5 points, rebounds, assists. We'll skip Jeremiah Fears. We'll do him on the next slip because he's on the same team as Saddiq. We'll go Donovan Mitchell under 31.5 points, and we'll definitely use that Donovan Mitchell discount and try to get a middle there. So, oh wait, fuck. Damn, bro. Using the Mitchell discount here. All right, we'll use the Mitchell discount and Jeremiah Fears with Keontae George. That's the move. That's the move. But for this one, we'll go Desmond Bane under 19.5 points. Anything else look good here? Dylan Brooks. We took his over on the discount. Don't want to take that again. Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren over 16.5 points. We'll lock in this 5-man with the Donovan Mitchell discount. Looks like nothing's bumped and no payout nerf. So we'll lock that in. Glad there's no bumps there. But I have an idea for the next slip. Let me just share the links here. Any experience with MyBookie? Yeah, MyBookie is actually one of the first books I used myself. Like freaking, like, damn, 2017. One of, like, way before I started using OddsJam. They're a pretty reliable book. They just aren't on the OddsJam scanner right now. I know that they're working to bring them back. But yeah, I like them. They have pretty good lines. You just might have to manually find plays for them since they're not on the scanner right now. Which I'm sure you could do, bro. You seem like you know what's going on here with killing Kalshi. If you could figure out Kalshi, I'm sure you could figure out most things around here. Top 2 to 3 from that slip, I would say Ace Bailey and Saddiq Bey. Top 2 to 3. Just, you know, those are the top 2 on the optimizer. All right, next slip though for pick 6. Did I share links? Yeah, links are shared. 4 to 5 mans are burning you, but I know I agree, but it doesn't let you do like say I played a 3-man on the first promo, it won't let me do a 3-man again. So that's the only reason I have to extend it there. But on the 5-man specifically, if one pick loses, you still get paid out. So you know that's why I kind of target those 5-mans. But anyways, we did Donovan Mitchell on that discount. So now I wanted to go with Keontae George. And then Donovan Mitchell under 31.5 points off the optimizer. And then Keontae George, I said. And then Jeremiah Fears. Couldn't play him on the last one because he's on the same team as Sadiq Bey. We'll take Jeremiah Fears. He be hooping. Can we run a 4? I think we have to run a 4-man here. We took Jamal. Can't take Jalen Tyson here. We could take Towns. Yeah, we'll take Karl Anthony Towns. Under 19.5 points. And we'll make that a 4-man with the discount. We'll run that. Potential middle if Donovan Mitchell gets between 28 and 31.5 or 31 points, basically. Share the links. Line's pretty soft or sharpish. They're all right. I'd say in the middle. But I think you're in Michigan, so you know, I think you have like just a little bit limited access to sports books. So in that case, you know, it's always better to have just more books. I'm team download all the books. I have a bunch of books that, like, you know, I've downloaded, made accounts for, I don't even use, but at least I know that I used it, I tried it out, and if there's no value, you know, I'll just take my money out at the end. But, you know, important for me with being in a limited market state to just at least try every sportsbook out, and, you know, even if there's some value, we'll keep it up, extract that value when we can. Yeah, that looks good. We ran 2, 3 discounts on pick 6. Looks good for now. We'll check out some other apps. Jeremiah Fears' brother. That's funny. We'll 1 discount, 2. Ooh, this is a pretty good one. JSN. We could run the... Oh, okay, the JSN one expires today, so we'll definitely want to run that. So we got 2 discounts to play on Sleeper. Do they limit? Yes, they do limit. So something to watch out for. They used to not limit fast. I think nowadays with just a lot of people, you know, getting more into edge betting and things like that, they're a little bit less lenient in terms of limits. But they do, you know, as most books do, unfortunately. So looking for any plays here for Sleeper potentially. We ran Jock Landale. We ran Towns block. Owner's Box. Let me check out Owner's Box if they have any discounts. We missed on the discount yesterday. Nah, nothing on Owner's Box. Bub. His name's probably Bub on here. Yeah, Bub. Okay, I'm gonna run this here. So, you know, usually if I say I ran this like as a 2-man or whatever on Prize Picks, you'd only get a 3x, but here on Sleeper we'll get a 3.1 on this sharp money play that's slowly losing liquidity. It had a little bit more a second ago, but I think I like this play here. So running Bub Carrington over 22.5 points, rebounds, assists on Sleeper, pairing it with the Williams CBB discount. Appreciate you tuning in, Adam. Keep killing it, bro. Glad you're asking questions and, like, you know, still trying to learn and stuff. Definitely, like, when I first started with arbitrage and OddsJam and stuff, I tuned into pretty much everybody's live streams. You know, tried to learn as much different strategies and stuff as possible. You know, so it's good that you're doing that too. All right, links are shared for Sleeper. It's a good play, a little bit. I like that, you know, the payout. Ooh, I tailed Edge Zone guys on this play right here. We'll see if that cashes. I like when the payouts we find on the DF, like say I find a sharp money play using my DFS filter. I like when I look at it on Sleeper and I get more than a 3x payout. And we got a JSN promo here. We took a lot of these plays already, it seems. Yeah, we took most of these. This is less liquidity down there, though. Maybe we'll wait on it. We took this quickly play. It's shown up on the ARB tool. No, I wouldn't take a Jaren Jackson Jr. plus play here like that. There's not a lot of liquidity. Yeah, nothing here that I would want to take as a straight or pair on a DFS app yet. We'll see if that could change. So we'll sit on this JSN discount. We'll definitely lock that one in before the end of the stream, though. But we'll check out other apps here. See what other action's going on in general. Derek White rebounds. Oh, dang. This money. Can't get the same value anywhere as a straight, really. Sleeper is a little bit further off than I would like here. Cam Spencer under 8.5 assists. That one just went away, but I saw this the sleeper value wasn't lining up. Josh Hart under 3s, not really on sleeper either. So I'm just checking out what promos we got on Chalkboard. Chalkboard was giving out a free square every day. They may have stopped it. And I only really take the boosts where it's like better than 10% or 20% or better is usually my threshold. So I'm not really taking any of these bum ass 10% boosts. We could skip those. So nothing on Chalkboard for me. I think Boom has like a risk-free play today. Boom Fantasy is pretty solid too. I'm definitely up on Boom, and I haven't even used it that much, honestly. %60 boost. Now we're talking, but only if there's value. I thought they have a risk-free Friday. Maybe they don't have it this week. Honestly, like with that 60% boost, might just take the top 2 plays off the sharp money tool, and then, you know, with the 60% boost, even if it's like not, you know, matching odds, it will become very EV. Ah, shit. All right. So Derek White under 4.5 boards. And I have to sneeze. Under 4.5 boards. Okay, we could get under 5.5. I will take it. And then Josh Hart under 3s. Josh Hart under 3s. Yep. Oh wait, what's the criteria for the boost? 3 legs and 3x multiplier. So we need one more pick. Jalen Tyson. We're just going with whatever plays have the most liquidity. And then with the 60% boost, it'll be good value. $5 max. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Is that good? Oh, that's because we have Derek White 5.5 rebounds. That's why the payout, like I'm looking at this should be like, this is plus 122. I thought the payout would be higher, but we're getting an extra rebound of cushion. So yeah, I'll run this. Boom. Boom fantasy. No links for Boom, unfortunately. What was the quick key play? Quick key? Quick key play. Not sure what you're talking about there, Eric. Sorry I didn't hear you. If you knew about P2 and P3s on offshores, I've heard it's a bad idea. P2s and P3s on offshores. You know, people do it and, you know, they may be fine. I personally don't do it. I've had enough success with my own P1s. I haven't needed to expand into P2s yet, I guess. So no, I don't really have too much experience on the P2 side, unfortunately. I still get enough use out of all my P1s, so. And I'm in a limited market state, so really. And there's still like a bunch of offshores I haven't even signed up for. All right, so I like that on Boom. We use a 60% boost. Underdog, I only made that middle slip. Maybe we could make that. Did someplace get bumped? Yeah, they may have straight up removed a bunch of these plays, so that's good. But let's try underdog. We still got underdog. Pick 6 has a couple more if we want it. Sleeper has one more. Not really any promos. If anyone wants Dabble, you guys could shout it out. Or else I'll just skip Dabble. Alright, it's been close to an hour. Let's try to roll through this. We took Bub. We took a lot of these plays. So we'll probably have to stick to the optimizer for whatever we make here. Holy shit, this is so off. Why is this so off? BetOnline, I think is sharp for UFC, so I feel like I want to take this. Yeah, I think BetOnline is sharp for UFC. I think I want to take all the overs on these strikes. So, damn, if... Let me check this out, actually. We have a UFC 30% boost. Let's see how this stuff lines up here. Because the optimizer for Pick 6, not really showing anything for UFC, and I've been wanting to use the 30% boost. Okay, I guess we're seeing some stuff on UFC for the optimizer. So we could probably build something here, build another one on underdog, make sure the picks don't match, and then you know, we could maybe even build another underdog slip without UFC. But let's get this one in here. Volk over 100 significant strikes. This is the lowest price on the whole market. Oh, that's interesting that even DraftKings Sportsbook has it at 112. I'm skipping this Billy Elikana play because I think I liked taking it on underdog. Billy Elikana. Yeah, I like it more on underdog, I think. Or it's the same. It's literally the exact same. We'll see. Actually, that's true. We could take it with, we'll take it on Pick 6 because Pick 6 has the boost. So we want the better plays to be on the boost. So we'll take Billy. Come on, man. Let me get my plays in quick, please. Oh my goodness. Okay, I would mainly be wanting a bunch of Bovadas. Bro, Bovada limit's so quick that, like, I don't even freaking bother with them. Bovada was actually the first sportsbook I ever used back, like, right when I turned 21 in college. Like, what? Damn, long time ago now. You know, I used them for a lot of years. I technically wasn't down money on them. Maybe that's why they limited me so fast. But I wasn't up a significant much. I was, you know, my whole betting career on Bovada probably up like $500. But once I started doing arbitrage and stuff, they were actually the first book to limit me. So I don't even bother with them. All right, back to Pick 6. Billy Elikana over 26.5 significant strikes. We're going over 100 significant strikes for Volk. Oh yeah, I like these. Mauricio Rufy over 48.5 significant strikes. Rafael Fiziev under 1.5 takedowns. I really like this play right here. He doesn't really, you know, do takedowns. This is probably going to be a stand-up fight. And we'll take Junior Tafa over 20.5 significant strikes. One better than underdog here, so we'll definitely take that. 5-man, which is nice. We can get paid out even if one pick loses. And 5 picks. Did this get bumped? 5 picks, 10x. 5 picks. I think that's correct. Yeah, that seems right. I've never used it, but my friend is printing 400 on pre-match player props. On Bovada, so just tell your homie to watch out for the limits, because if he's hammering 400 on pre-game player props, I 100% you he's gonna get limited. But that's okay, you know. It's not like I'm not telling you when I talk about limits. I'm not saying like, oh, don't place these bets because you will get limited. Like, you might as well take the money while you can. Just don't be sad if you get limited. Maybe that's what I should be saying. All right, links are shared. I love Bet Online. I think my chats are coming in slow. My bad. Love Bet Online. So much volume. Yeah, Bet Online is definitely fire. And they do limit too, but just a lot more slowly. And even if you are limited, like I'm limited on their prop builder, of course, as most people are, I can still get down a ton of money on main lines. And even like UFC plays, I'll take on Bet Online. They have good value there. But we got this UFC play on pick 6 with the 30% boost. Very nice. Very nice. We'll see if we could get anything on underdog with any picks that we didn't take already here. I don't know if you guys have underdog boosts or promos for UFC. I think someone last week mentioned they did. Hopefully this is applicable to whatever promos there are. We'll go, I don't even know who this is. Jonathan, wait. Yeah, we'll go this guy, McAuliffe. Get the music going again. McAuliffe over 36.5 significant strikes. All right, there we go. McAuliffe. And then we took Alicana on pick 6. We'll take this guy, Awfully. I took him as a straight off the sharp money tool. Hopefully he gets some significant strikes in. This might nerf the payout. Yeah, nerfs the payout pretty heavily. But maybe if I get 6 total picks, we'll be okay. So I see a couple more here. Cameron Ralston over 24.5 significant strikes. Fiziev we took on pick 6. Oban. Man, this is on the same fight, so maybe it won't work out with the payouts. Yeah, heavily nerfed. All right, here's what we'll do instead. So we'll save Yiza. We'll save Oban. Yiza, Oban. Yiza, Oban, and then Brundage. All right, we'll run this here as a three-man. And on the completely different fights, we'll run the exact 3 other guys on a different slip and avoid that payout nerfing right there. Oh yes, what's good, Skunky? Yeah, you're gonna get limited, but hammer it while you can, for sure, for sure. I have a primo primed Bovada account, and I'm waiting to destroy this next month in hoops. Nice, nice. If I go to Bovada, I'm only going to do live main lines. Yeah, that's the smart way to do it for sure. Live main lines for sure. If you could sprinkle in some like other plays and stuff, you know, no harm in that. Try to look like a degenerate. Let me share these links real quick. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Did I share the underdog link? Is that the same link? Yes, I did. All right, and then we'll do the 3 other guys here. Oban, Yiza, and Cody Brundage. Yep. So 2 slips there. No payout nerfs, but pretty much opposing guys on the same fights. Even being limited on Bet Online, do they let you bet 500 to 1K on main lines? Depends. I think on live betting, I mean, I usually don't get up to like 1K in general, but I want to say yes. I want to say yes to your question, Adam. They're pretty good. They're, you know, one of the bigger sports books in the world. They have a crazy hold. So, you know, they like to take action. Anyways, underdog links are shared. Anything non-UFC maybe that we could take? We'll go like this. We'll go 2 minimum here. Okay, yeah, we could build out a 6-man finally. I wanted to make a 6-man pick. Tremont Mark. These might get bumped, but Tremont Mark over 20.5 points, rebounds, assists. Makai Williams, 22.5 points, rebounds, assists. Luka, under 42.5 points and rebounds. Yeah, Danny Wolf looks good here. Danny Wolf, under 9.5 rebounds, assists. And interesting, this is something got bumped. Okay, Luka got pulled. Damn. Lamar Wilkerson, I ran him on Prize Picks after he got bumped, and now he's showing up on Underdog 24.5. I'm personally gonna play it on Underdog. It looks like now Underdog is the offline. I will be hunting that middle. Hopefully he gets exactly 25 points, rebounds, assists. But it looks like the value is now on Underdog. And then Cedric Coward, over 23.5. Okay, he got bumped already. Craig Porter Jr., under 5.5 points. It's at 4.5 on 2 other books. Fliff favors the under. And then we'll go Deshane Montgomery. Over 13.5 points. Off by 1 point on pretty much everything except prop builder. And that's a 6-man flex. No payout nerf. Running it. They also give away, oh, that's huge if so, yeah. They also give away free money to you, free new ranks. Oh yeah, definitely. The rakebacks, it's just free money. I'm almost plat 2, I think, $400 free dollars. Plat 2. I don't even remember what the tiers are. I just collect every week. Let me share these links though. But yeah, the offshores, I love offshores. I love offshores. Definitely my best friends. I should have named my account Offshore Arbs. That would have been funny. You get the rake back as well as rank ups? Yep, I do for sure. Bookmaker. Yep, Bookmaker's amazing too. Bookmaker has some great promos too. They have like cashback. They have like bet points or something that you could redeem for cash. Free money right there too. And they have redeposit bonuses. So like, you know, redeposit into Bookmaker, they'll match you 10%, I believe. Are we good on DFS? Been streaming for a little while. I still have errands to run today. We still have the JSN promo. think that's like the last major one. Oh yeah, Bookmaker marked me as a sharp. Damn, that happens? Bookmaker will do that? Take that as a badge of honor, bro. I didn't know Bookmaker did that, but I have lost out of Bookmaker. I think I'm like net negative on Bookmaker somehow, so maybe that's why they haven't labeled me that. Which, please don't label me as a sharp Bookmaker if you're watching. Okay, we'll see. I'm tempted to just use this on like a touchdown play I like, or like something like that, but nah, we'll go EV here. They still take max bets though, just rewards. Yeah, okay. I think I've seen that happen to other people. Yeah, at least they don't limit, as that's really all that matters. Djokovic plus 5.5. I wish I had Onyx. I'd probably hit this. I stayed up hella late last night watching tennis. I literally fell asleep with the Sinner and Djokovic match on. Let's see if we could pull anything from here. No, 24.5. There's another Matas in the world here. All right. This play is interesting here. I see... Okay, but his over is juiced. Yeah. So I see this play... We'll just skip it. Doesn't even need an explanation. It's not value. Okay, we'll take this one. Jokic under 31.5 points and rebounds. Got a couple books that this line is off of, and we're getting a 3x with a little sprinkle on top payout, so we'll take that. The DraftKings line, really the sharp books could be a little bit better, but this is the highest price on the market, and we are getting good value on sleeper, so I'll take it here. You putting any D-Gen bets on the Super Bowl? Bro, of course. Of course I am. D-Gen bets, I mean, is it a D-Gen bet if I am going to take Seahawks, money line and probably spread and stuff? Is that considered a D-Gen bet? What other D-Gen bets? I mean, I'll probably bet on like the length of the national anthem. What else? I'll probably bet a gang of touchdown props. Why are the links not sharing? Yeah, I'm low-key a D-Gen at heart. Having no edge? Probably will, when I get to the crib with the homies, just like to D-Gen a little, have a little fun. Woke up to that one, watch the last set. Insane the old man survived. Yeah, bro. I think Sinner, cramps. What can you do? And Djokovic is a beast. I keep saying Djokovic. Djokovic is a beast. The Zverev and Alcaraz match was like insane. Like that one, like Alcaraz being down or being up 2-0, getting his cramps at the end of the second set, losing the next two sets, almost losing the fifth set, came back and won. Zverev was like dead at the end. Like that was a great match. Already hammered Seahawks and Sabalenka. That might be a nice one. I may bet no on a large spread on Seattle. Okay, I see you. Yeah, I think, Super Bowl, it's a good time to just degen a couple things. Like, as long as you're not, I'm not betting. Like, it's just going to be like probably $20, $25 bets on each of these things, except the spread and money line. But, no harm in that. It's not like I'm putting down like $100 on some random. Dude, I went to bed mid-set 2, woke up to that epic shit. Yeah. Thankfully, I'm on West Coast, obviously, so I was still awake to watch the end of that. I literally just slept on the couch, though. Great match. Can you make a 3-leg price picks for tonight? What's good, Nestor? I got you, bro. I got you. We'll do this price picks 3-man for Nestor, and then we'll call it. I'll probably do a quick scan of ARBs and sharp money, but we'll start to wrap it up here. Let's clear these. We'll make it brand new picks. Nothing off sharp money tool for price picks. We'll get some strong here. We'll get a strong 3. John Blackwell, not really very strong on this one. The FanDuel line basically matches, so it probably seems like the Fliff line is the one that's off. Don't like combos. Don't like player or like a joint player combos. I'll take this one here. Mitchell Robinson, full point off on his points rebounds. We'll go under 15.5 points rebounds. Mitchell Robinson. All right, thank you. Do I bet full time? Yeah, right now I do. Which has been nice. Honestly, it's been a real blessing to be able to bet full time. But it wasn't necessarily by choice. I had got laid off from my job at the middle of 2024, and I was still in school through the end of 2024. Fuck, that Mitchell Robinson play got bumped. Let me lock this in. I could lock it in while talking. Yeah, I got laid off at mid 2024, but I was still in school for my degree that my company was paying for till the end of 2024. So I figured at the start of 2025, I would hop back into the job market, apply for jobs and all that, while doing Odds Jam on the side. I thought Odds Jam would be like a side hustle for me while working full time. I ended up seeing, the scalability of this while I was applying and stuff. I said, let me not apply for jobs. Let me just try to go full time with Odds Jam, betting full time, and it's worked out for me so far. Points, rebounds, assists for Royce O'Neal. Where are you, bro? Okay, here. Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah. Oh, under. All right. So I'm taking Cam Spencer over PRA, over 23.5 PRA. Royce under 18.5 PRA. Okay, Lamar Wilkerson is showing up here, so now I don't feel bad for taking him after that bump. Oh, we'll definitely take Tamani Kamara. So there's your 3 picks. Please. Tamani Kamara under points rebounds, 18.5 is bumped. So we'll find one more. Jamal Murray over rebounds looks really good. Strong lean to the over on all books. Yeah, this is strong 3 picks here in my opinion. Running for my max a grand total of $5. Glad it worked out. Appreciate it, bro. Glad it worked out too. Oh yeah, no links on Prize Picks, so. Oops. It's been fun for sure. And honestly, like, even like when I had a job, it was, you know, a goal of mine to make sports betting work in some sort of way. Maybe I thought it was a side thing. It turned out to be like a full-time thing. So just riding the wave. All right, we shared that pick 6 picture. Yeah, got you, Nestor. I like this 3-man right here. Peace out, Skunky. When you explain what you do for a living at Thanksgiving, what does your family say? Thankfully, like, they think it's like sick, you know? Like, I think nowadays we live in a time where you don't really have to have, like, you know, those traditional 9-to-5 jobs. You can make money like sports betting. You can make money doing, realistically, you can make money doing anything nowadays. So, you know, if I didn't have the results to back it up, like if I went into Thanksgiving being like, oh, I'm doing full-time sports betting now, but, you know, I'm losing money, you know, then they'd probably look at me sideways. But, you know, I have the results to back it up. So what can they say, you know? If anything, like, it's a good feeling to have to say that, because honestly, like, I feel like I work harder now being a full-time sports bettor. It doesn't feel like work, but I like put in the work to make it work, versus like when I had a job, you know, maybe putting in like, you know, half-ass work most of the time just to trying to slick by. Sometimes, you know how it is, especially because I had a remote job and like it wasn't like really like my passion job per se. Like I didn't hate it, but it wasn't my passion. Like, so yeah. It does feel like a video game to bet. Totally, bro. Like the profit just seems like you're stacking coins in a video game or something. Just gonna do a quick scan of the Sharp Money tool and then wrap up here. Any let me see if I'll just use my California filter here. Not really taking pre-game straights on Bet Whale. I kind of do like this fight to go over, but I don't like the value. Maybe if I had 4CX access, you know, it might be takeable on some of these other books, but it's not necessarily EV. I do like this prop in general, just not at this price. You ever use any EV bots? I'm using Bookie Bandit. Nah, I haven't personally. It's really just because I don't have access to a lot of the books that those bots support. So I just don't really have as much use. You know, I see those guys killing it though. I'm jealous. I'm for sure jealous. I gotta make do with what I got though for now. Yeah, nothing off the Sharp Money tool. No pre-game ARBs or any straights. So I like to use the ARB tool for EV bets. Nothing I want to take right now though. They do have DFS, Underdog, Prize Picks, Owner's Box. Yeah, I'm limited on Underdog and Prize Picks though, so they got my ass. All right, cool. Yeah, we'll call it here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate the convo, Adam. It's nice to have like people chatting in here during the streams and stuff. But yeah, got in a gang of DFS plays. That's nice. One Sharp Money play. We took one UFC play for tomorrow. It's a plus money play. We'll see if it works out. No other plays really. But there should be a lot of action. Like maybe I'll take some straights closer to game time for NBA or something, but we'll see. But anyways, appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see if we could get a stream in on Sunday. Definitely won't be able to tomorrow. But if anything, I'll be back next week during the week. Need access to anything, check out the link in my bio. Have any questions, just feel free to DM me.